Oldies 99.9. Greatest hits of all time. Oldies 99.9.
Walk along, baby, please don't go. Right now, my baby leaving on that midnight train, and I'm crying.
Oldies 99.9 WODE. This is Rod Wolfe in the Sunday Night Hall of Fame reunion show with Van Morrison. Then, Baby Please Don't Go. Let's return now to our Peter Noone and Hermits interview on the best of the Sunday Night Hall of Fame show.
Hello, this is Peter Noone, Herman from Herman's Hermits, and you are listening to Rod Wolfe and the Sunday Night Hall of Fame on AM 790 WAEB.
The $1 Million Weekend on WAEB, the #1 voice of the Lehigh Valley.
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter.
Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter was still a big hit when the 5th Hermits hit record was released in the United States.
You know the song Wonderful World? That's Jimmy Page as well. Jimmy Page on lead guitar, John Paul Jones on bass. This is Peter Noone meets Led Zeppelin for the first time.
Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about science books, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography, don't know much trigonometry, don't know much about algebra, don't know what it's like rule is for, but I know that 1 and 1 is 2, and if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be. Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be, or maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love for me. Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about science books, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love love me too. What a wonderful world this would be. But I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
The hits were coming fast and furious. Herman's Hermits with their version of the Sam Cooke classic Wonderful World. During July of 1965, another one of Peter's signature songs was released. I asked him where he got the idea to record Henry the VIII.
Henry the VIII was another, it really came from, my grandfather used to sing it every time he had 2 beers. I came from a family that were extremely anti-TV. And after dinner, when we went to my grandmother's and grandfather's, they didn't have a TV. And they had this huge thing which was a TV, but nobody watched it ever, except for the coronation or stuff, 1953, that's how far back it is. It was on for the coronation or something like that. And after dinner, we would always go into what's called the parlour in England, which is this freezing cold room that had a piano in there, and sing songs and have our knees up. And he'd have a couple of beers and sing Henry the VIII. And he didn't know any of the verses, that's why it's second verse same as the first. It's his fault.
I'm Henry the VIII, I am. Henry the VIII, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam.
No, Sam.
I'm a 8th old man, I'm Henry. Henry the VIII, I am. Second verse, same as the first. I'm Henry the VIII, I am. Henry the VIII, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam.
No, Sam.
I'm a 8th old man, I'm Henry. Henry the VIII, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam.
No, Sam.
I'm her 8th old man, I'm Henry. Henry the VIII, I am. H-E-N-R-Y. Henry. Henry. Henry the VIII, I am. Henry the VIII, I am.
Listen, people, to what I say. Everybody's got to have their day. Don't you know that everybody's got to love somebody sometime? Everybody's got to win a heart. Everybody's got to love somebody sometime. When you do, I hope you never part. You'll never part. Listen, people. Listen, people.
Each time Peter Noone has appeared at Stabler Arena, he's performed his version of a 1963 hit by Skeeter Davis. Since his version was never on the American charts, I figured the song must have some special meaning to Peter.
When I was a kid, you have one of those little love affairs when you're about 13. I guess I must have been, I don't know what year it came out, but whatever year it came out, that's how old I was, and I had this love affair, and at the end of the world, I had this record player that was called the Dansette Major, and if you lifted the arm up that held the 45s, it would replay, and it just would be on 24 hours a day, all my waking hours, Skeeter Davis.
Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know
mean, it seemed kind of important at the time, you know. You know, one of those records, everybody's got one of those, you know, like when they fell in love the first time, or somebody fell out of love or something.
Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world when you don't love me anymore? Why does my heart go on beating? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye. I wake up in the morning and I wonder why everything's the same as it was. And I can't understand, no, I can't understand why life goes on the way it does. Why do the birds go on singing? Why do the stars shine above? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when I lost your love.
Oldies 99.9 WODE, the reunion show of the Sunday Night Hall of Fame. Rod Wolfe, hope you enjoyed our tribute tonight to Peter Noone and Herman's Hermits.
Your favorite oldies all weekend long.